This is the bottom of my pond. You taking hitchhikers? Where are you off to? Do not do that at home. Okay, Tom, stick your head out. All right, guys, a little update. What we got going on here is we actually have the man, Chad the dirt guy, driving FLAIR'S excavator. Came up with the plan because I want to put a pond on both sides of the road. I guess that wasn't in the master plan because they put this culvert in, and he came up with the idea where if we take this culvert out and relocate it, we can use the water from the pond on the small pond on one side of the road to the great big one that we're building. So he came in, he said he will have this all dug out today, relocated and put back together. And I know that's true because he parked his truck on the other side of the road so he can't get out of here. And he even has his dad, who is the man that started all this business way back when, is now driving the big cat. So he's creating the small pond, Chad's digging this out, and I have to get Eugenio down there at the bottom of the hill is where the hen house is. So we're using the side-by-side to transport him back and forth. So we got a lot going outside. We've got nice weather, no rain, except for maybe tonight. So hopefully this will all get done today. So we'll show you the entire progress. All right, to give you some sense of size, this is the bottom of my pond. We're gonna be up here where the grass area is. That's gonna be taken out, that'll be sandy beach. And right in here, they're gonna continue building this up, creating the dam to hold all this water in here. So a lot of dirt is coming from that side of the property where my barn is being built, and they're moving it over here. Okay, just spoke to Chad before he runs me over with excavator. Anyway, he's going to meet up with me later on here today where my barn is. I'd like to create a pad site for a future helicopter pad. When I'm renting helicopters, I can have a place to fly in and land. And since the barn's big enough, maybe someday if things go well, I'll be able to park one inside. But all fun stuff happening here. So I'm pretty sure Chad has never had Connie's Donuts. So I'm gonna go down, see if Chad would like to try one, and his dad as well. So it's hard to turn these down, so it's gotta be a yes. What, that's a no?
I had breakfast this morning.
Oh. I lost the bet. I thought for sure it'd be a yes. It's a no. All right, I'm going to see Eugenio. Oh yeah, well, it's a fun job site. We're always nice. Okay. I'll say he doesn't know what he's missing out on. I'm gonna see if Eugenio turns down a donut. We all guarantee what that answer is gonna be. Hey. All right, let's see. Oh, it's looking nice. Look at that. So we have a little bet. Eugenio, if you can guess what's in here, I'll give you 2.
Guantes.
I bet it's a bear claw in there.
Oh, it's
A half-eaten one.
donuts.
Donuts?
Sí.
Do you like donuts?
Sí. Oh.
Ah, look at Eugenio. Oh, look at there. Here's half the bear claw. I don't know. Wow. How about you, Daniel? You ready? You got to guess. Yeah. What do you think's in these? Pizza? A pair of shoes?
Some donuts looks like.
Yeah, more donuts. Connie's. I'll leave them down here. The painters already had them. Chad the dirt guy turned these down.
Wow.
He's gonna make it rain. And an excavation guy
Try the bear claw.
turns down donuts.
Bear claw, right?
Oh yeah, here, you've been eating half the bear claw. Nate, are you up for this?
I might have to get one in a minute.
Oh.
It'll slow me down a little.
He's the healthy one on the job site.
Hardly.
All right, I'm gonna leave him right down here, and we're gonna get a tour of the updated chicken coop. All right, so we found some dirty siding laying on the ground. Nothing a power washer won't take care of. But this is all the siding that we got out of that lumber yard. It's a goofy color because it's pre-finished green. They couldn't sell it, so we bought it at a deep discount. It's still the concrete James Hardy. So what's your job, Nate?
My job is, Daniel and I are finishing up this little soffit piece right here. So.
Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so then all the corner pieces are gonna go on. We did have a situation where I mismeasured the windows. They all look the same size. I measured, so we have one little window, we have a big window and a medium window. So what I did to fix it is put this one in the middle, and we're gonna put a flower box right here to help create that line. I think I talked about that, but it's gonna start making sense hopefully at the end. I'm counting on you, Gino, to build me a flower box. Oh, look at that, you got me a nice step. That's all out of leftover decking material. Fantastic. So back here, another project we had to come up with. Since we built on this hill, I did get a price for a really nice stone wall. It was 10 grand. I don't have that in the budget. We're trying to do this for almost next to nothing except for the labor. So we're gonna come in. One idea I have is taking a bunch of lumber we have like this and getting it, and you burn it, you scorch it, sand it, and then we're gonna stack it in the ground all the way around at different angles. So that'll be something we've never done before. So you saw how I cleaned this whole thing up. Took my Saturday afternoon, cleaned the whole thing up, and wouldn't you know it, the next day, well, this is our work spot. It's right back to being a mess. So I'm gonna hopefully have these guys clean up after themselves so I don't keep making work for myself. All right, so we're inside the screened in area for the chicken coop run, and we've got the metal on the ceiling. We used all the cedar from our lumberyard find. This is all that same material. We don't have to do anything on the bottom side of this because it's metal and it's not heated or anything. So that's gonna be the finished product. Daniel's over here cutting all the trim boards to make this thing look pretty around the base and around the windows. And here's something that Eugenio added, which is gonna be really nice. We added another, it's not gonna be it's like a window, but it's gonna be screened in. We're gonna have shutters that open and close because we want a lot of good ventilation. The windows are on the front for decoration, ventilation here on the side, but we still have to cut in our little electric door that it sets on a timer. So when it starts getting light out in the morning, the door lifts up, the chickens can come out and run around, and then right about sunset, gets dark, they just seem to know, and they'll find their way back in the coop and the thing goes shut. Who's left outside is fair game for all the wildlife. So we gotta train these little birds to make sure they come back at night. And at least they stay inside here, but they all want to be in the coop, then they roost, and hopefully start laying some eggs.
Can you tell me which one of these is going to hold up?
For like the wear and tear with dogs?
Yeah.
And okay, well I can run some tests. This is LVP, the rubber, kind of a luxury vinyl. And this is the wood. It's like a real wood floor, but it's an engineered wood. So you want me to run a few tests? I'm free to do whatever I want?
Yep.
Okay, let's get busy. Okay, that's one test. Okay, that one looks pretty good. This still looks brand new. Let's work on a few more ideas. Tom, I need a little help. When you're backing your van up, I'm gonna put this behind your tire to see how these hold up, all right? Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh no, just a minute. Okay, Tom, back her up. Oh. Just one time. Okay, 2 times. Oh, you want me to climb under? Let me hold him with my hand. All right, let me see how you did, Tom. You spun out on this one, left tire tracks. This one still looks good, no tire tracks. So far, the LVP is holding up really nice. Hold on, let me finish my work. Tom, stick your head out. All right, let's go see what else we can run some tests on. Here's the LVP. It's got a little scratch on her right there. I don't know where that would have come from. The wood floor, it's got a small crack in it. That could have been from, I don't think it was from Tom, probably from the Bobcat in the bucket. Let me see how it does with the Bobcat tracks. Hey Mary, is this okay that I'm running some tests like this on it?
Yeah.
You're good with this?
Yeah.
Your wood floor is not holding up so good. It's got a small scratch. Okay, that simulates my wife driving over with her car. I'm surprised, wow. With the Bobcat, thing weighs probably 10,000 pounds and tracks, although they're made of rubber, can't even tell. We gotta find a few more tests to run. This is holding up way too good. I'm really surprised, how about you guys? Oh, how about the other one? Do the other one, that was good. Oh, all right, that's good, let's take her off. The weed eater got the edge on here, which is probably understandable since it's wood. My LVP, stuff's indestructible, still looks brand new. I feel like we've been putting it through some pretty good tests, but I know there's a few more we can do. Let me go check with Eugenio and see what he has in store for me. What do you think you could do to help see if you can run these through the test? What you could damage it with? You want to hit it with your hammer? You want to try get it with your shovel? What do you think you can do to we're trying to see which one of these holds up better. You think that's going to hold up better? Then how do you explain that, Eugenio? Tom ran over with this car, or maybe I did that with the Bobcat. We want to find out which one's going to hold up better. Bang it with your hammer, hit it with the shovel. I need to have you. What do you got on you?
A hammer.
I'm going to try here. Hammer it up here. Yeah. Whoa, you got a dent. See if you can put a dent in that one, Eugenio. I say no. Oh, Eugenio cracked it a little bit. Yep. And then that's what you did there. You put a little, did not go all the way through, but this one.
Maybe Daniel is more strong.
Daniel, want to give it a go? How you want to see if you can put this to the test? Oh, man.
Oh, that one's durable.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. That one just went through.
That went right through it, didn't it? I was not expecting that. Nate, you want to give it a go with the shovel? Whack it with something, or you want to try the shovel test? See if you can cut it in half. Oh, all right.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. That's holding it up. Can't even tell where you were. So it's starting to show a little sign of wear. I don't know, they're both kind of getting a little banged up.
It's malleable.
It's got a little scratch, but I think if this was on a hard surface, now try hit it with the hammer and see if it goes through, Daniel.
Oh yeah, not even a scratch.
Nothing. So because we were sitting on uneven ground, you were able to punch a hole through it.
Yeah, it's probably
So that may not have been fair.
soft.
Let me see if you can crack my head.
Yeah.
Everybody's lining up for a shot at that one. I got one more test I want to try to see how these wood floors hold up. So I want you to say hello to my little friend. Let's give it a go. Ready, aim, fire. 1, 2, 3. I need ear protection. Wow. Do not do that at home. Okay, these are some bad little bullets that we are using. They are 9mm. It went right through the wood. A little hole, blew out the back. And this one, a little tiny hole. Not much there. So obviously, if you're gonna shoot this stuff with a gun, it's not gonna hold up very good. So I use a 9mm hollow point tip. So these are some bad bullets. The floors actually stood up to the test of time. You don't think you could be going around shooting your floors up, but they held up great. We drove an excavator through them through the air. We ran over it with the Bobcat, hit it with the weed eater. We even dumped a bunch of rock on it and shot it with the gun. I don't know what else we could do to test these floors out, but I think, if you ask me, for the finish, they both hold up pretty good. I don't know, LVT is gonna be less money. This costs more. Just depends on what you want. They're both excellent products. So what we're doing, we had that drainage in there and the pond was not really in the original idea. So we needed the water from the other side to drain down this hill. But since we're putting in a pond, we've taken all that drain out and we're going to, that's a culvert, and we're gonna reposition it probably farther down the hill. And Chad's gonna come up with a better idea for that pond to drain into this pond and then this one out. So that is going to be reused someplace else. Where's he taking my side by side? Hey, Eugenio, you taking hitchhikers?
Huh?
You taking hitchhikers? Where are you off to?
Go get my synchro sauce and more.
Oh,
Now.
more stuff. Yeah, sorry you had to park on top of the hill. We kind of have a little road repair going on.
More big?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're going to make the lake a little bigger, and we're going to move those someplace else. So it'll be put back together here in a little bit. Okay,
Gracias.
Adios. Kind of a new driver. Step on it, Eugenio. Vámonos. Adios, vámonos. Pepe. Oh, forward. Forward. You make a run for it. You got it, straight ahead. Oh, he's taking the easy way around. One thing with this job site, everything's 3 or 4 times the size and 3 or 4 times the price. But it's going to be cool at the end. Just hopefully I can afford it. Okay, I'm checking up on how Chad's doing. They've already taken the drainage pipe out, and it's him and his dad. He's driving that. His dad's 80-some years old. He's got a full head of hair. I wish I had that because I'm getting too tall for my hair. Anyway, they're now coming back. They're bringing the cat, pushing the dirt in on both sides, and then they have a compactor. So they're compacting this all back in because that's got to be the road, which it was originally. It's still going to be. Just the culvert is missing, and they're able to get this all done in one day. All right, Chad wants to meet with me over on the barn pad site. So I'm gonna drive over there and take you guys with and show you more dirt work. We got tons of flies getting in here, so close the door. So now we're going over the far, kind of, I would say the east end of the property where we're going to be building the pad site for the big barn. And I want to go over some stuff with Chad. I'd like to find a spot where in the event I get my helicopter's license, which is real soon, I can find a place to land it over here. Just don't tell my wife. Shh. Would that culvert be a good one for in here? Yeah, can we shove the building more that way?
We can a shade. You just don't want to get into too much structural fill when we're building on something. You know, we can put it in. We are going to do a little. You just don't want to start getting 8 foot of it. Because then we got to worry about settling, surcharge possibilities. You know, you want your compaction to be as close to natural as you can get.
I gotcha.
You know.
Where's the beginning of it going to be? It'll start here?
Yep.
And that's all parking area?
Well, no, that'll start here, and that's building. Unless you want to start moving it down the hill.
Because I enter from this side.
That's the end you want to enter from.
Yeah, that's how I have it designed. I could change it. Well, what I was trying to do is use one end of the building, this end, for like a man cave, windows looking out the view. I don't need any parking out that way. I can hang it out on the edge.
To have it all in the back.
So I want to be able to park, come back into here. That means that's more retaining wall, or unless I slope it like you did at Andrews.
You can slope it.
Like you did at Andrews, right?
Yeah, it holds.
Okay, take it all the way back to like where those trees in there, and then it'd be nice if the building's, I don't know where 100 feet is, if it starts like right in here and goes, that's not 100 feet.
But we're probably gonna lose a couple more trees.
That's these trees in here, those are all, that's fine. I got all that as a barrier. I mean, those are nice trees, but
they're nice, but here's the thing though, I mean, we need to get this thing down. Now you're talking helicopter pad, right?
Yeah, I want to be able to land it. I don't know if maybe I can see those. I don't want to land, if I can land it on this road, and if it's flat, it's one's going to be a place to land it, but then I don't want to have a hill where if I got to cart it into the garage at some point.
So what we'll do, and that kind of structural we can do just fine, would be I can build that out. We'll take some of this when we start to balance this and get as much space out of this as we can possibly get without getting stupid.
Okay.
I'll be able to move that out 15, 20 feet.
And then that's where you land it.
15, 20 feet that way, and you'll just be able to come in here and land it and cart it right into the building.
That's what I'd like. Okay.
But you're going to have a door over here though.
That's where all my doors are on this side. That's why I was trying to shove it as far that way as possible. So let's let you guys keep going. I won't pull the trigger on the building in case I have to move the doors. All right, well, good. Chad's always does an awesome job. It's great. No different than building a house. You want to meet, you have to meet with the homeowners. I'm the customer for Chad. I'm not very knowledgeable on this, so I constantly want to meet and give him some of my ideas so we're all on the same page. So the idea here is I'm kind of forcing a barn on a hill, and we're trying to make it work where, see how this slopes right here, you guys? This all comes down. This is where the start of the barn is going to go. And they're usually all out of metal or pole barns, but what I'm going to do is pour this wall 8 foot tall out of concrete. So then that becomes a retaining wall. I'll never have to get on this side of the property. There's nothing there. It's 15 foot and then the neighbors start. So by getting a tall concrete wall inside the barn, I'll have the shop, I'll have a big concrete wall that'll be great barrier for parking stuff against, but also it does two things. It creates a retaining wall barrier so I can backfill up against it. I can't go to the top because I'm not sure the load can handle it, but I can go up at least 3 or 4 feet. And you can see if I come up 4 foot and divot this down, I'll now have a natural water way to get around and run down the hill. So let's hope that works.